Welcome to Fanboy and Critic, our show where we go see new movies out in theaters and give you our review.
Both the good and the bad. I'm Joe Martiz and I'll be your fanboy.
And I'm Sam Wike-McClure. I'll be your critic. This week on Fanboy and Critic, we went to go see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. If you don't know what Ghostbusters is, come on. I just feel bad for you if you don't know what the Ghostbusters are. But this one is starring Paul Rudd, Grace McKenna, Ben Wolfhard, Carrie Coon, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, Bill Murray, Rita Moreno, Celeste O'Connor.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of characters. All right, Jay. Ghostbusters are back. What are they doing well in this one?
Not much, Sam. I'm just kidding. What'd you ask me?
What are they doing well? What's going good with this movie?
I think they did a great job bringing in the old cast and giving him the role, and that was great to see. But what I was really most excited about was all the upgrades, because for the past few movies you didn't see anything new. It was just the same old canon, same old trap. But they finally advanced their stuff after 30 something years or 40 years, and it was all great to see. I mean, so many cool stuff. I don't want to spoil any of the stuff for you, but there's a lot of new things that we haven't seen in the past, and I love that a lot about it. The plot of the story, I feel like it was kind of slow for me.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't move fast enough, but with I think something that's slow, there's a huge build-up.
Mm-hmm.
But even at the build-up, I feel like it didn't explode like it was supposed to. The trailer was so great. But I mean, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy the movie. I mean, it was really great.
Saying all the bad things.
I know. I don't even sound like the fanboy right now. But I mean, the story was still great. I think the thing that really took it away from me was the villain. The villain was really cool. This villain, compared to any of the villains in the past, I think it's very, very comparable. In terms of how scary, a villain could be. And dealing with the ghost stuff, it's just, this one I was definitely oh man, this is some ancient crazy stuff, and I don't know if it's gonna be enough, even with all the new tools and stuff I mentioned. All the actors were great. I think, what's her name? Girl.
McKenna Grace?
Yeah, I think McKenna Grace, I mean, she was the best actress for me in the last one. And in this one, she had a very big part and very, very big role in the movie. And I think they capitalized on that, and she was really good in this too. Paul Rudd, what you expect from Paul Rudd, the comedic, person he is. I think all the jokes were good too.
Yeah, the jokes hit for me.
All the jokes are really good. They refer to so many things. Overall, it was very good. I liked it.
Yeah, I have a lot of good things to say about it too. I think they struck the balance of horror and comedy, because most of the other ones I don't feel much horror in them. It's mostly comedy and then some sci-fi action, but it doesn't feel like horror.
Okay.
And I definitely felt the horror vibes come out in this one. The villain was really great, which I thought, I think Ghostbusters, I don't know. Ghostbusters deserves really good villains. And I think that's where the Lady Ghostbuster movies failed, because it didn't have a great villain. This villain was great. I have a lot of good things. I really enjoyed it. I think it failed on a few fronts, because most movies should be led. Best movies are led. Character leads plot. Characters' actions and what they want and desires create plot points. And in this one, there are certain few plot points that are the plot drove the character to do a thing, which means the character probably wouldn't do that, but the plot kind of demanded that they do it for the story to keep going.
I see what you're saying.
And I'd say 80% of the movie was character first and then plot, but there was a nexus point in the movie that's really important that doesn't really make a whole ton of sense for the character to do. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but one of the characters makes a choice that just doesn't make any sense to me, whatever.
And it played a major part in the movie.
And it made a huge part in the movie. And so that's a flaw for me. I think the actual threat and danger needs to be upped a little bit, because it feels like every character sort of has plot armor. Well, there were certain points in the movie where it was like, yeah, no, that they would die. Like, they would just die. And, like, that would actually up the threat level of the villain.
Yeah. I think that's why the last one was so good. It was that we knew one of the... I mean, he didn't die, like, fighting a ghost or anything, but we knew, like, an actual Ghostbuster was no longer alive, and there was that sense of, like, these guys aren't invincible, so...
Yeah, I mean, they killed him off in the first 5 minutes, and it kind of really set the pace for the rest of the movie that it's not safe. Yeah. And this one felt very safe for most of it. Yeah, but I think the acting was all good. I think there are so many actors and characters now that they're kind of underserving some, because it's not possible. There's like
there's a lot of
main characters, 9 main characters. How do you get? I mean, it's possible, but I think they've really focused on a few good ones.
Yeah,
and then everybody else kind of is background at this point. They didn't hit. There's a friendship between Grace McKenna's character and a new character.
Oh yeah,
that friendship. It just wasn't fully developed for me.
Yeah,
they had like 2 scenes together, and then they're supposed to be like the closest friends ever.
Hey, you understand me?
Yeah, but they don't even really talk too much. Like, there's the scenes that they are together feel very short, and I think you can kind of shortcut that with like repartee, because they introduce the characters meeting for the first time, but she's been in New York for a little while when this movie starts. That's not a huge spoiler. So, like, why couldn't they just, like, meet up, have a repartee, and indicate that they've, been friends for a while?
Yeah.
And then you can kind of feel like, okay, their relationship is closer than having met 2 days ago and having had 2 scenes together.
That's
and
true.
Then they're super close.
They could have built it up a little more.
It definitely should have been, because, there's a lot of things that ride on that relationship, and it's not as strong as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Convince the fanboys, convince the critics out there not to go see this movie. Or no, to go see this movie.
Not or...
Two.
What?
2. My brain's scrambled eggs.
Critics. You're going to watch it. I don't even have to convince you. I mean, it's the classic 80s crew with the new crew. And I know you enjoyed the last one. I mean, you're not missing out. It's the Ghostbusters. I don't got to convince you, right? You're going to watch it.
Okay.
They're going to watch it.
I have a trump card. Fanboys, Dune Part 2 is still in theaters.
Damn it.
Go see it again. Rating time. Let's go from love to anger.
You know what? I'm at a like. I am at a like. I feel like you might have enjoyed it more than me, but I'm at a like just because I feel like there was just so much more potential. I feel like it maybe could have been even longer, or I don't know what. Or maybe there's a lot of deleted scenes that they should have left on there. But at the end of it, I felt like it didn't hit for me. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I still really enjoyed it. I'm at a like. There's just something missing in this little recipe.
They added too many things. Kumail Nanjiani didn't need to exist in this movie. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, he was very enjoyable, but his character wasn't really necessary to the plot. They just kind of added it in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's a lot of little things that I could have been better, but ultimately, I'm pretty amazed at this movie. I really enjoyed it. For me, I enjoyed it as one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's a statement.
Originals are iconic and classic.
Yeah.
There's just another level in this movie that it's just the pacing was right.
Sam's amazed. I think he fanboyed out. I'm happy.
I really enjoyed it. All right, fanboys and critics, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Check us out next week for 2 weeks for Monkey Man. I think that was
Monkey King?
No, I think it's Monkey Man.
Monkey Man.
I think it's just Monkey Man.
We'll see you for the next review.
Oh, that's a lot. I said a lot of things, and actually more of it was negative than I thought, because I really enjoyed it.